What are you just absolutely not cut out for? Sales. More specifically, cold calls. I just can't. My level of empathy for no thanks, not interested is like 860%. Cool. I'm not interested either. Cool, sorry to waste your time. Also me too. I'm like no. Okay, have a nice day. Work. I hate every work I ever did and I doubt that will ever change. You think we'd both be great lottery winners? I've often thought if I were to win some sort of large sum I would do whatever I could to work as little as I could. Singing. I'd love to have a good singing voice but my voice is so fucking trash it's not even funny. It sucks when you genuinely enjoy it but should only ever do it alone in your car. I feel that. I can't even sing when I'm alone. It sounds so terrible that it makes me feel bad. Speaking in front of an audience, having kids or cooking. Cooking in front of an audience of kids. Screaming internally. Sales. I have no idea how some people are able to pitch basically anything to anyone. I won't be able to sell water to a thirst-dying man in a desert while some folk could sell snow to Eskimos. I've had a few jobs where I've been encouraged to upsell something, and I just can't do it, especially as a waiter. The menu is right fucking there. They can order whatever they want without me going all used car salesman on them. Friend of mine was a waiter and she was heavily pressured by management to upsell sodas and soft drinks. Like come on, it's a taproom that serves food and people are going to order beer. Being a doctor, nope. Fuck that gross body stuff. Agreed. All medical personnel, with a special shout out to nurses. Thank you all for what you do. I am truly glad that people out there choose to be in the med field, but I find it baffling. There isn't enough money in the world to get me to touch a stranger on a daily basis, and then have to deal with their gross body stuff. Nope. Painting. I managed to somehow get paint on me before opening the can. How, may I ask? The fuck? I don't know. It was probably old paint on the roller handle. It was an ablative bottom paint, so that's my best guess. I am terrible at painting. Sales jobs. Edit. I have enormous respect for people who have to do sales job and people who are good at it. Sales, marketing, any effort to convince people to buy something. I absolutely take the slightest hint of a no for an answer and say okay, thanks, no biggie, see you later. Retail. I lack whatever gene it is that allows you to be screamed at and held accountable for shit you have less than zero control over. Co-workers just shrug and say don't take it personally. Like take it personally is a button you have to press. If someone is in my face calling me an idiot, or worse, because something rung up a different price than they thought it should, take it personally is my only setting. Used to work in a call center. We were allowed to hang up on them if they started swearing. I dealt with it by using passive aggression, and actually miss it sometimes. Can't touch my toes. Never been able to. Not even fat. I just suck at it. It takes practice. If you did a couple stretches a few times a day for a few months, I bet you'd find yourself able to or much closer. Being under pressure. Burned my hand and almost my whole house when the oil caught on fire and my brain went, maybe I should put the burning pan in the sink and turn the water on. I know exactly what you mean. My brain just takes too long to work through what's going on. Like one time I spilled gasoline while refueling the lawnmower, put the container down next to it and started it up, only to realize when it burst into flames that I had spilled fuel on the spark plug. Stood there watching the fire trying to figure out what to do next. Should I try to move the plastic gas container away? Should I just let it burn out? Should I just run? Then suddenly there is this big explosion of white powder all around me, and the fire is out. Turns out my sister had seen what happened, fetched the fire extinguisher, and ended the show. Life. Honestly, I haven't been cut out for life ever since I was 9, and I don't think I've ever been able to grow up past 12 years old. I'm 22, I'm 43 but I'm still 17. Does that count? Absolutely my dude. Multiplayer FPS. I just can't get my KD higher than 1.00. We are important. Die for the objective. Throwing bodies at the objective is my jam. Waitressing. Don't know the neutral word for it. I admire how they can remember all the fancy orders and tables. To say nothing of not dropping all the plates and trays and glasses and all. Continuing a task for more than 15 minutes without disappearing into the alternate universe where my ADD is God. For me it's more of a problem of putting off a task until the very last minute. I procrastinate way too much. I mean I'm here aren't I? Every new school year I'd tell myself I'm not procrastinating my work this time and every year I'd still cram everything last minute. I even had a class that was working on one paper for the entire semester. Ended up writing 20 pages in about 15 hours and turned it in with only minutes to spare. Having kids. I'm a woman and I don't want kids. That's hard for some people to wrap their heads around. I just don't want them. I'm not cut out for it. I realize that I may be all about me sometimes, but at least I realize it. I don't want to take care of another human. I never got that motherly gene. Having a personal conversation with my parents, asking simple questions like how was your day, or why do you look sad, something happened, etc. Lately I feel like my relation with both of them are very surface level, and I feel like it's too late to go deeper. My relationship with my parents is like this too and that's okay. I went through a painful breakup a few months ago. My mom didn't ask about it or let me know that she heard about it, and we haven't talked about it even once. But once when she thought I was asleep I heard her telling my sister to be kind to me because I was having a hard time. She cooked my favorite foods every day when I visited and spent so much time with me doing things I know she doesn't enjoy to make me happy. She prays for me every day. I love them so much and they love me more than anything and that's what matters. Families are different from one another and that's okay. Your parents may not be the people you have deep conversations with, but if they're anything like mine they'll be there for you no matter what. Mornings. I have worked day jobs for almost 30 years including the military. I fight every day to get out of bed at a realistic time to get to work. And it doesn't matter how much sleep I get. I can get 12 hours of sleep and when 6:30 AM comes around, I am not rested and don't want to get out of bed. Fortunately I have always worked jobs that required me to have a flexible schedule, and therefore I get some flexibility in return. In the same, I saw something a while back that some people's natural circadian rhythm is later than most people's. I'm pretty sure my natural pattern is 4 AM to 11 AM. Think it was hypothesized it was due to Camp Night Watchman or something. I'll have to see if he can find the link. Edit. Found this but not sure it's what I read. Kinda has the gist of it though. I'm starting back at work now so we'll look again later if I remember. Socializing. I'm so bad at it. I work in a small retail business and I'm around people all day. If it's a business setting, I'm good to go. But just in life in general, nope. So bad. Now, if you come up to me first and start the conversation, especially about something I'm interested in, I can talk to you all day. But don't expect me to make the first move. People think I'm stuck up sometimes. I'm not. I'm just kinda shy, introverted, and quiet. Not getting 7-8 hours of sleep. People brag about getting 4 hours or whatever and feeling fine, but I just feel like shit and start making tons of mistakes working. On the plus side, I can stay up work for long periods of time no issue assuming I did get my sleep. People brag about getting 4 hours or whatever and feeling fine. Funny because studies show very few people can actually do this and still be healthy. So the braggers are either just lying or extremely unhealthy while trying to give themselves something to brag about. 7-8 hours is what most humans need. It's best to try and get it. I also enjoy that I get that much as well. Criticism. I'm entirely too sensitive and basically cry at the slightest hint of failure. Me too. As a dude it sucks to know I'm about to cry in front of my boss.